What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. We are going to take a look at the charts. I'm going to show you why I do not believe we are in a triangle. I do believe we are in a bull flag. I've been talking about this for weeks, so I'm going to show you some more information on why I believe that. Also, guys, I want to remind you guys there is a 100% free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. Best community in crypto, bar none. Also, there's some affiliate links in there. If you guys want to help support the channel, definitely check them out. There's some exchange links in there. If you sign up, you get some bonuses once you make a deposit. There's also some ways to get some free crypto in there. And Ledger, get your crypto off the exchanges, not your keys, not your crypto. Definitely check them out. It helps the channel out, guys. Let's get on with the video and see what's going on. Alright, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here, you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. I do daily updates every single day, so you won't miss out on anything. Make sure you tick the notification bell. It'll notify you when I post new videos or go live. Also, one more thing, we hit 10,000 subscribers this week. I want to thank you guys. And to show my appreciation, I'm doing a giveaway. All you have to do to win is leave a comment in the comment section down below in any video this week, and then we'll be doing a drawing on Sunday. I'll do a random comment pick, and we'll pick a winner. But here's what we're doing. It's Bitcoin aluminum signs. Here's the first one, and then we have this one here. So yeah, you'll get to pick the one of your choice, and like I said, I'll be picking a winner Sunday, so make sure you're watching, and don't forget to leave a comment to get you entered to win. All right, let's look at, we also sell them too, so if you're interested in it, you can email me. My email is in the description below the video. All right, let's look at what's going on. Sorry about the ramble on, guys, but this is going to be a pretty interesting video. Like I've been talking about, this is a bull flag, and I'm going to show you real quick how we could get to 46,000 by the end of the year. I do believe that is extremely possible. I could be wrong, guys, but so definitely do your own due diligence. Don't trade off anybody's opinions on the internet, on YouTube, or any of that. But I am showing you mine and why I believe we could hit 46,000 by the end of the year. So let's look at it. If we look at, well, first I'll show you why I'm going to look at 2017. If we look at, let me get these fibs off here. If we look at this, I do believe we are in this cycle. This cycle in 2011, I do believe, was just like 2017 bull run, and then we had the 2012 right here. I do believe we are in the same area right now, and you can see I have this one marked as 3, which is over here, which would get us to the 46,000 by the end of the year, in my opinion. And then we have the 4th, you know, and the end of this bull run I see is in the mid to end of 2021. So that is why I'm looking at this like I am. So looking at 2017, and if you look back over here, 2017, right after this bull run, we had this huge bull run. Same thing. I think that's what's going on right now. And I'm going to show you why we could hit 46,000 still by the end of the year. We look at this bull flag right here, which ended in September 2017. When we broke out of that, we broke up 96%. Now, looking at the bull flag here, and we are in September, if we went up just 85%, that is the measured move of this bull flag right here. If we were to break out here, gets us up to about the $20,000 range, which also lines up with these resistance lines I have drawn here on this trend line, and that would get us there around the end of October, beginning of November, which matches up perfectly with this move over here. We went from 4,000 to 8,000 by November. So that would get us up to 20,000 by November. That's an 85% gain. And then if you look from here, from November to December, we made 146% rise gain in the price. If you look at from 20,000 in November to get up to 46,000 in December would be 121% gain. That's a less of a gain than we had to do over here, guys. So anyone that's saying it isn't possible, it is extremely possible. And when this is invalidated, if this is invalidated, I'll let you guys know. But until then, I do believe this is where we're headed. Now, let's look at this bull flag here and look at the volume. It's declining big time. I do believe we're going to have a huge break sometime in the very near future, within days. And I'll show you another reason why. If we look at this, here's another thing I wanted to talk about. People are saying this is a descending triangle like we had over here. Let's look at that in the weekly. We are in a, right now, this so-called descending triangle or whatever. This, in the RSI, we have a falling wedge. And if you look at it, we're having, let me zoom in a little bit. If you look at the falling wedge, we're having lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action. That is hidden bullish divergence, guys. So this, like I said, is a falling wedge, and we seem to be breaking out of it right now. If we close this week out here, sorry about that, my phone's ringing. If we close this week out here, this is extremely bullish, guys. We're breaking out of this wedge. We'll continue up from there. Now let's look at the other descending triangle that people were looking at. If we look at this in the price action, or in the RSI, this was a descending triangle in the RSI, right? And up here, that's where we broke down from the 6,000 to 3,000. But if you look at the RSI, there was no divergence, no anything in there. We have tons of divergence in here on this one. So this is not a descending triangle, guys. I don't even believe it's a symmetrical triangle. I believe it's a bull flag. And if we go into the daily, I've showed you guys this before and how I thought it was going to play out. That's why I believe this is a bull flag. If you look at where I have these trend lines, and they're matched up perfect, cloned. We had 2 touches down here. That is confirmation of a bull flag. 3 touches up here, 2 down here. And we've, right at the median, we got support and are continuing up from here, I do believe. Not to say we can't have another small dip, possibly even down to 9,000 would still be in the median, and then continue up. But like I've said before, in this green does not matter. It's still bullish while it's in this green until we break this bull flag, which I do believe we're going to break extremely soon. I want to show you this here. I found this the other day. Someone pointed it out in Discord because they know I've been saying this. But it's, give credit to Scott Melker. He's the one that wrote it. But he talks about, you know, all the amateur TA guys calling it a symmetrical triangle, bull flag. Nothing really lines up and matches. We didn't have the touches on the bottom. And if you look here, he says the same thing. What is the correct pattern? There is a confirmation descending channel, often called a bull flag, with 3 touches on the top descending resistance, which we have, and 2 touches on the descending support line, which is down here. This pattern existed before the descending triangle was even thought of. And that's why I've been calling this bull flag for a long time. There's no reason to attempt to draw a new pattern before the previous one is invalidated. That, my friends, is why we are in a bull flag, in my opinion, that I've been talking about forever. And how these usually go, if you went by Elliott wave theory, it would be an A, a B, C, D. That is not what I meant to use. Let me go back here. Sorry about that. Go to right here. It would be a B, C, D, and E often does not touch the bottom before the breakout. So that's how I've been looking at it. You can look at my previous videos. That's how I've been looking at it and how I will continue to look at it. Now let's look at my targets from breaking up from here. we did a measured move of the bull flag just as a channel, and we broke out over in here. That is going to get us to, this is going to come down a little bit, around the 14,900 range if we broke out within the next day or two, which I believe is extremely possible. The next measured move would be measuring this as the flagpole, the short flagpole, and to where we would break out would get us around the 17.4 range. So if we do break this bull flag, guys, we're most likely going to come up, come back down, retest for support, and continue up from there. As you can see, I had this white thick trend line here that I called the trend reversal line, where we crossed it here about the 6,500, where everybody thought we were going to have extreme resistance. We had none. Came back up, tested it for support, and I do believe these are bear traps here, guys. We may see another quick bear trap, but either way, like I said, I'm extremely bullish here. And I've had people, accuse me of being too bullish. I've been bullish since I called the bottom down here. Look at the chart, guys. There's no reason to not be bullish. And even look at the monthly chart. Everybody's saying these wicks are bearish, bearish, bearish. Well, good luck to you on that. I do believe we're extremely bullish. We're above all our RSIs. Same thing in the daily. We're battling with the RSIs right now, but I do believe we will be having a turn up here today. We are looking like a tweezer top right now, so if that does remain for the daily close, then we'll probably come down a little bit more. But in my opinion, I believe we're going to go up. Let's look at the daily RSI. So we've been looking at this as a falling wedge, and we've popped out of it here, came back down, tested for support. And if you guys look at this here, this looks like a little mini inverse head and shoulders coming here. So I do believe we could possibly be, that's why I believe we could possibly be going up. Another thing I want to show you is if you look here, all these bottoms on the RSI, we had lower lows, hidden bullish divergence, as we had higher lows in the price action. We're starting to do the same thing over here. So I do believe, like I said, we're going to continue up from here. Now let's go into the 4 hour. Take a look at my more immediate price range. Well, we'll look at the RSI first. So the 4 hour RSI, we've been watching this as a falling, broadening wedge, which we've popped out of yesterday. We could come back down, guys, test this for support one more time and continue up from there. But if we look at the price action, testing that for support would get us back down to about the 10,250 range, somewhere in there, maybe 10,200. No, about 2,000 or 10,250 range. And that would also get us to retest this. Now, if you notice, like I showed you in the daily, how we had hidden bullish divergence moving up, we're getting the same thing here. If we come down, test this for support, test this up here, and we could continue up here making higher lows, and down here making lower lows, and the RSI would be hidden bullish divergence. Obviously, we know what happens from there. So again, remember we called this 98.50 the other day, which hit perfect, and I did say we'd get a nice bounce from there, and that's where we're going. Now my measured move here, guys, is looking at this as an inverse head and shoulders, and we've been talking about this with the neckline right here at around the 10,930 range. And the measured move of the breakout of this wedge here, this falling wedge that we've been talking about, gets us up to that neckline, 10,930 area. Now if we were to come up and break this, guys, the measured move, the break of that would be measuring the head from the neckline. And if we are able to break this neckline, this is going to be key, guys. If we can break this 10,930 range, we're going up to, my next target would be 12,500 range, 12,550 right in there. Now keep in mind, if we break the top of this bull flag, we could come back down and test it for support before continuing up. That's usually what happens. But what may happen here, guys, is there's probably, this is just my opinion, that there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to try to short this resistance. What I believe is going to happen is they're going to get short squeezed and come up here. And then FOMO could kick in, and we may never get another touchdown here once the FOMO kicks in after the short squeeze. That could bring us, you know, up to our higher targets with no problem. We'll have to see how it plays out, but that's my opinion of what's going to happen. But again, if we break this 10,936, I do believe we're headed up to the 12,500 range. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. And keep in mind, even if it came down to 7,000, I would still be bullish, because that would be just testing the bottom of this bull flag, which I highly doubt. Everybody's so bearish right now. I can't see anything but bullishness here. That's where I'm at, guys. So look at Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin, same thing. People saying Litecoin's dead. Well, if you look back here, in August 2017, we had a 65% drop. If you look at here, this is June to August, we had a 56% drop in Litecoin. Could we go down more? It's definitely possible. The RSIs are not looking good on the weekly, but we can easily turn those around, guys. So if we look from August if we look at the break up from here, from where we made the high, just like we did over here, that is 328%. We got there from November, where we were at 96, to December, 328%. If we just went 300% this time, as long as we get back up to the 145 area, that neckline, by November, we could be heading to the $500 to $600 range by December, if it follows this. Let's look at, we'll take a look at the RSI also. If we look at the RSI here, look from this point to this point, we're making higher lows, lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action. Go to the daily. Look at the price action first, and take a look at what I've been looking at. Remember what we said, the 146 range. We look at this as a big cup and handle. The neckline being at 146 right here. If we were to break that neckline, the measured move off that's $270 range. So let's look at the RSI. Looking at the RSI, we had been looking at this as a rising channel all the way from November to where we fell out of it in June. And then we were looking at this as a falling channel. Well, within this falling channel, we had a rising wedge here, which we broke, or I'm sorry, a falling broadening wedge, which we broke out of here. Could be coming down, testing the top of it for support before we continue up. But I believe the break of this descending channel here will be huge. Look at the 4-hour RSI, and then we'll look at the price action. All right, so looking at the 4-hour RSI, guys, as you can see, I have this ascending wedge drawn in the RSI. We've had 3 touches on the bottom for support, 4 now, and 2 touches of resistance on the top. Now, if we break through this, guys, this is going to be key. So if you're following along, get in your 4-hour RSI, draw this in there. And if we break down from here, then we're going to, obviously, we'll be breaking down to lower lows most likely. And watch this trend line too, drag that out. This is the falling channel. So let's look at the price action and see what that's looking like. All right, so my targets haven't changed here either, guys. My next target is 7,500, which if we get the bounce from here, I have this red trend line drawn in here, which I expect to hold. If we do break this, that would be breaking that RSI also. Could be going as low as the 6450 range, which would be the bottom of this trend line here off of these 3 wick touches, which also would be retesting the top of this falling broadening wedge. Actually, it's more of a falling channel here. And the measured move when we broke out of there, guys, is the $81 range, $81.50, somewhere in there. Even if we came back down and tested this $64.50, that would still be my target because we did not break back in the channel. Now, if we break back in the channel, we could be looking at then our lower lows. But unless we go below $64.50, I'm not even considering these guys. But we do have these here and need to be prepared for them if we go below $64.50, which I don't think is going to happen. But yeah, that's where I'm at with Litecoin. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. I do post videos every morning to keep you guys updated on the market. Also do live streams once in a while. Don't forget to leave your comments to win the free Bitcoin signs, the aluminum sign. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you smash the likes and leave your comments. Take it easy.